What is up, guys? Sports Snippets, Dennis Sullivan here on a Saturday afternoon, spending a few moments with you to discuss the Miami Heat's 4-2 Eastern Conference semifinal victory over the New York Knicks as they would wrap this series up on Friday night by a score of 96-92 in a hard-fought defensive battle. Want to talk about that. And just want to give some overall and provide some overall thoughts regarding this series. Before I get started, you do like the content, this particular video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Also, if you feel the need to do so, I've been making some short videos lately, meaning about a minute or so in length, a minute or less in length. And to access those, as I've been doing that throughout really this week, just go to my page, Sports Snippets with Dennis Sullivan, my YouTube page, and click on the Shorts tab, and you will see those videos. Check them out and let me know what you think. Now, let's get started, guys. This was like I said just a moment ago, this was a hard-fought Game 6. The Knicks, and I want to start this video by talking about the Knicks a little bit, the New York Knicks. The Knicks did play better, in all fairness, in games 5 and 6 than they did the first 4 games of the series, where in those first 4 games, I did not see, they had some shortcomings, let's be honest. I did not see the ball movement, really. The shot selection was very questionable. You can even question the inside toughness to a certain degree, as the Heat were winning the battle of the boards. No one would really expected that. And thanks to a 3-1 series lead, the Heat would squeak out, really, Game 6 to win the series 4-2 behind Jimmy Butler's 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and Bam Adebayo's nice performance of 23 and 9. Bam would add 2 steals and a block. So when I look at these two teams, however, here are the two things that if we want to get into specifics, right? The two things that really stand out that won this series for the Miami Heat were, number one, they were the better team in 2 big areas. Number one, when it comes to ball movement, for most of this series, the Miami Heat, I am very happy to say and very proud to say, did a fantastic job moving the basketball. They were making that extra pass, making plenty of extra passes, swinging the ball around the perimeter, looking inside, taking the open 3 when it's there. The shot selection was pretty good too, thanks to the nice ball movement. Usually one feeds the other, right? Whereas, just discussed, the Knicks, it was kind of hot and cold. They did better in that department in games 5 and 6. But I think, and you look at this Knicks team moving into next year, you do have 3 very good players that can score and create their own shot. And, of course, Jalen Brunson. Of course, Julius Randle can do this and do that. And R.J. Barrett. Those are 3 good offensive players. Brunson, in particular, he finishes with a game-high 41. He scores, about close to 80 points or 79 points in the last 2 games. 41, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, game 6. Brunson, in particular, and he is their focal point, really. The offense kind of runs through him. He is very good at making difficult shots. When you think of past NBA players and even some of the great players, only some, or a very small percentage, stand out when it comes to the ability to make great shots. Difficult shots. And Jalen Brunson has a knack, really, for taking and making difficult shots. Okay, number 2. So I said 2 areas that stood out right off the bat as far as where the Miami Heat had the advantage. So area number 1 was in the ball movement, shot selection. Area number 2, simply put, they had a better bench and they have a more veteran team. And I'm going to put them both in one category. When you have guys like Cody Zeller, who's not going to be, I understand that his performance isn't going to exactly dictate whether the Heat win or lose a game. It certainly could contribute. And he didn't really contribute that much in Game 6. He had 2 rebounds, an assist. He only played maybe 10 minutes. But a guy like that, a veteran, he is exactly what the Heat needed when they picked him up during the regular season, meaning inside toughness, rebounding. He's a veteran. He's a banger inside. He's throwing his weight around. He's throwing his muscle around. Cody Zeller, Kyle Lowry comes to mind right away, and he had a nice Game 6, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. He had 3 steals and a block. He did just about everything. And Lowry came up big a handful of times in this series off the bench. Duncan Robinson is another one, although he came up super big. He was amazing against the Bucks. Was more quiet and neutralized against the Knicks. He finishes with 6 points and a steal. And then you got a guy like Caleb Martin coming off your bench. I mean, who wouldn't want to have Caleb Martin coming off their bench? And Heat fans get excited when they see Caleb Martin entering the game because they know that something good is about to happen, ladies and gentlemen, because he is all over that court. He's creating havoc. He's defensively, he's coming up with steals. He had 1 steal in Game 6. He's helping on the boards. He had 5 rebounds in Game 6. He'll help in scoring. He has improved range from 3. He had 8 points. Usually we get a little bit more scoring out of Caleb, but you pretty much always will get a well-rounded effort from Caleb Martin. Other guys that stood out for the Heat, Max Strus in Game 6 played well. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. We'll take that any day. Gabe Vincent adds 7 points and 5 assists. And Kevin Love was quiet. He only took 1 shot. So you're going to have those games where Kevin Love really isn't part of the offensive game plan nearly as much, but still would finish with 3 points and 3 assists. Make that not assists. 3 points, 3 rebounds. Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett in Game 6. If you specifically want to talk about Game 6, those 2 players combined to go 4 for 24 from the field. That's absolutely horrific. And there you go, guys. Yes, let's go back to what I said a few minutes ago, and that is the Knicks do have talented players, mainly the big 3 scorers I had mentioned. But if your offense is going to be consistently one-on-one play like all the time and not really moving the ball around, not nearly like the Heat. I'm not saying they have to be like the Heat, but you're more likely to get these types of performances. Julius Randle, he double-doubled. I mean, he had 15 and 11, but he goes 3 of 14 from the field. Barrett goes 1 for 10 from the field. He hit some free throws, finishes with 11 points. Mitchell Robinson grabbed 11 rebounds, only scored 2 points. So, I mean, Mitchell Robinson is a tough inside player, but, I mean, come on, you got to get a little bit more than 2. Can he get 6 or 8 points? That could make a difference. Quincy Grimes was not much involved either in the offense. 3 points, 3 assists. Oh, now the Knicks do have 2 very nice players coming off their bench, though. Toppin is a good player, 7 points, 3 rebounds. I like him. Josh Hart, I really like as a player, 11 points, 7 rebounds. A guy that's kind of growing on me a little bit is Isaiah Hartenstein. He didn't do much in terms of what you're going to see in the box score. I mean, he had 2 points and a rebound. But he's kind of like a Zeller kind of guy. He comes in there, he starts throwing his bulk around a little bit, starts creating a little bit of havoc out there on the court. So he's a hustler. Hard-nosed player, just like Cody Zeller is. So that leads us to this, guys. As we head into this end of this weekend, right? The Heat are in a nice position where they just get to sit back, relax, enjoy the weekend, watch Game 7 of the Boston Celtics, Philadelphia 76ers, because we all know the winner of that game will play the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. Should it be the Celtics, and I think it will be the Celtics, but that's besides the point. Should it be the Celtics, this will be not only the 3rd Eastern Conference appearance Eastern Conference Finals appearance for the Miami Heat in the last 4 years. It will be the third Eastern Conference Finals appearance against the same team in the Boston Celtics the last 4 years, as the Heat would defeat them in 2020. In last year, 2022, the Celtics returned the favor, went to the NBA Finals, and this would be number 3. Of course, the Sixers could pull that game out on the road, but I wouldn't count on it, guys. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Celtics are going to win that game. By the way, that's at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, the 14th of May. So check that out. I'm going to definitely watch that. Should be interesting. So the Miami Heat get a well-needed, well-deserved little break here of a couple days. Butler was like, 80, I would say 90%. I mean, he was pretty much his normal self, but not really. It's almost like you could tell. He wasn't like pushing it completely if he didn't have to. So maybe there is a little bit of that ankle hangover he's got there. And I think he does, really. I think he's playing on the ankle, basically. But this will help him. Bam looks better than ever. I'm going to end the video by saying, Bam's got that eye of the tiger, man. I'm thinking, what Rocky was that? It was like Rocky 3, was it? When they were talking about the eye of the tiger? Well, Bam has that. You could see it. You could see it on your TV screen. So, at least I can see it. So, Bam's always been good, but he seems like, he's determined. He's more determined than ever. So, let's close this out, guys. Let me know what you think. Miami Heat back in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's a great day to just kind of sit back and let that sink in. Let that sink in. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.